It's James, you are live with Forrest Nash, or should I say Matt Lattis. This is Killer Frequency. This is part 8. Gutted about the last part. Obviously, we got Maxie and Roller Ricky killed. We found out that it's Dawn. I did have my suspicions, and information was just slapping me in the face, and I just completely missed it. But Leslie's on her way back. Let's get into this. Let's hopefully, I don't know if this is the end episode or if there's more, but here we go. Let's get on with it.
Bringing you back live now.
Welcome back to The Scream with me, Forrest Nash. The line is lit up, but before I get to our next caller, I just want to say things are looking up. It's almost over, but for now, let's bring in our next caller. Evening, caller. This is Forrest Nash.
Hello, Forrest. This is John Hedges. I'm here with Casey. I wanted to give you an update on Jason.
John, is he gonna be okay?
He's a fighter. He'll be fine. We've got him stabilized and resting in a bed. We're preparing to move him to the hospital.
Thank you so much. If you hadn't been there, then... God, I don't even want to think about what would have happened.
Of course, Casey. We're just happy he's okay.
John, Casey, you two did all the work. Tell Jason to get well soon from us, whenever he's up for it.
Well, why don't you tell him yourself?
Is this Forrest?
It is. I hope you're feeling better now.
It's good to hear you, Jason. How are you?
Oh, well, you know, I've got a hole in my stomach, and there's a knife in my leg, but John gave me something to take the edge off.
Not
So,
easy.
I might feel even better than either of you. Oh.
Take it easy until you get to St. Gabriel's.
I will. But, before that, I needed to call you. I'm guessing the Whistling Man is still out there?
Yep. As far as we know, anyway.
I was worried you'd say that. God damn it.
Actually, I'm glad you called. I wanted to talk to you about what happened earlier.
Go for it.
Casey said when you were attacked, your assailant said something like, "It's not so funny now." Do you know what they meant?
I do. And I've heard that voice every day in my head for almost 20 years.
Every day. Does the killer live in Gallows Creek?
No, not exactly.
Hey, guys, I'm really sorry, but there's a call on the other line. I just need to make sure we don't have another situation brewing. You fill Jason in on what happened. I'll be right back.
Forrest, have you ever heard of somebody called George Barrow?
The boy who drowned?
Sounds like everything's finally coming out now. It's been tough to hold it all in.
Sounds like you've been holding back about something awful, Jason.
I'm part of the reason my best friend is dead, Forrest. And the few who knew about it said if I ever said anything, I'd find myself in jail. For a long time. It was hell. And then the town just moved on. Like he'd never existed.
What happened that night?
I went along with the stupid prank, that's what. Whistling night. Some of the guys on the football team had an idea for a way we could haze the newcomers. We decided to plan a party in the woods and have the Whistling Man crash it. It was stupid. We each had a role. I was the stabbed friend. At the party that night, I left the group for a second. Met our Whistling Man. Pretended to get stabbed in front of everyone. Started an almighty panic. Those screams. That was the last time I saw or heard George alive.
How did George die, Jason?
I don't know. I was playing dead. But when I heard her scream...
Her?
Yeah. George's girl.
Do you remember who she was?
Yeah. He called her Bean. I heard her again tonight, Forrest. Her name was...
What? What happened? Are we still on air?
No,
How do we get it back on?
I don't, we can use the emergency generator down in the basement. Reggie picked it up a while ago in case we ever needed to do an emergency broadcast.
An emergency broadcast?
Emergency? You know, nuclear war, alien attack, broadcasting a serial killer's location to the cops so we can end this nightmare.
Fair point.
It's in the storage area in the far back corner, up on the wall. You might have spotted it earlier when you were digging around for all those tapes. It'll have a big red button. Just press that. I'll see you when you're back.
Yeah, because this doesn't seem dubious at all. Definitely not like the whistling man woman thing is here. But just bear with me 1 second, gents and gems, before we go down to the basement. Right, gents and gems, let's head to the basement and restore power. I'm still concerned as to why the power has gone off, and I am thinking it is the whistling woman Ujiba. But let's hope.
Far back corner. Why is this station so big?
Far back corner, this is it, isn't it? Ah.
That must be it. Boom! We've got power. The whistling man. I need to warn Peggy. Peggy, are you there? Are you... Peggy? I need to get back upstairs.
Shit's going down, gents and gems. Shit is going down.
What the hell? Oh no. Peggy! Where'd you go? No way.
Son of a
This
bitch.
can't be happening.
What am I meant to do?
What the... A call? What do you want?
Good to talk to you again, Forrest. You know, I've really enjoyed our chats tonight.
Where's Peggy?
Have some patience, Forrest. It's almost the end of the night, almost the end of the show, but it's not over just yet. Got a little time still. So let's make the most of it.
What do you mean? Make the most of it how?
Well,
Huh?
I thought we'd end tonight's Whistling Man special with a special guest. The one who started it all. Let me take that out of your mouth and...
You crazy bitch! Let me go!
Welcome to the air, Mr. Teddy Gallows Jr.
Wait.
It's all gonna come out tonight, Teddy. Your daddy and his money saved you 20 years ago. But even if he crawled out of his coffin with all the money in the world...
He's not
Wait.
over there.
Where the hell is Teddy? How are you talking to him if you're here with me?
Because I'm not there with you, Forrest. I'm here with Teddy. And if he says where that is, well, he knows he'll get it.
Wait, then... Who am I looking at?
Forrest Nash, let me introduce you and all of Gallows Creek to my boy, Henry Barrow.
Hi, Henry. Nice to meet you.
Don't mind him. He's just shy.
So there were two whistling men tonight. Of course. That explains how you were always able to get around town so quickly.
Hang on. Did you say Barrow? Then
Let me just get this mask off. Damn uncomfortable thing. No wonder Mooney went crazy wearing this. There we go.
Marie? Marie Campbell? George's old girl. Oh. Well, it sure has been years since I last saw. Oh, God damn it.
Marie Campbell. So, not Dawn, huh?
No, not Dawn.
What are you going to...
Everyone's gonna know now what Teddy did. He killed George that night. This night. 20 years ago.
Listen to me. You...
You're gonna talk when I talk to you. And not a moment before. Meanwhile, Forrest, I'm gonna give you the chance to talk. You're gonna help me reveal what really happened to George all those years ago.
Okay, Marie. I'll do it.
Good. Then let's
Don't
talk
see the
about
issue
the
with
night
that, to be
George
fair.
was murdered.
Murdered? Listen.
Clearly a cover up. She
I
likes to
said
pound
you
his ass.
speak when you're spoken to. Now, I know you've done some good work tonight in piecing together what happened to George 20 years ago, and that's why I want you to interview us.
Interview you? All right. I can do that.
Thank you. I want you to help me and Teddy tell the story, Forrest. Do a good job. And hell, you might be the only one to leave here alive.
And Peggy. Peggy has nothing to do with
I
this.
need to drag this out. If I can buy Leslie time to get back to Gallows Creek, and if I can find out where Marie is, then this can end. Teddy, we'll start with you. Just, talk me through what happened that night. How did it start?
How would I know? It was 20 years ago.
Do you want to die, Teddy? Because if you don't start talking...
Ow. What the hell? God damn it. Okay. Our first team party was coming up. And when I saw the date it was scheduled for, I had an idea for a way we could prank the new guys.
I understand that kids in Gallows Creek know tonight as Whistling Night. I'm guessing that's what you mean?
Well, we didn't have a name for it then. It was just the night that Mooney went missing. But Whistling Night is what they'd call it later.
Wait. You mean this was the first Whistling Night?
Keep talking, Teddy.
We went up near Whistling Point. God, who was there? Me, Jason, and George, of course. But George didn't come alone. He brought Marie. About midway through the night, we put the prank into action.
We looked up at the trees and saw Jason there, bloody, like he'd just been stabbed. And the Whistling Man, everyone ran, screaming. George and I and Ricky, we got left behind.
Wait. Ricky was there? Roller Ricky?
He was. And he was in on the whole thing.
Is that true, Teddy? Did you tell him?
What? No, he...
You two were as close as anybody. I don't believe for a second you didn't tell him. Ricky told us. He just told us. He and George would both be alive still.
Well, if Ricky weren't dead, we could have heard his side of the story.
It was just a stupid prank.
My fault.
How can you still say it was just a prank?
Oh, come on. Oh, God damn it.
You made George think Jason had been murdered. He thought his best friend was dead.
And so tonight you stabbed him for real?
It's the role he wanted to play.
Jason's still alive, Marie. He was with a friend. We talked her through how to stop the bleeding. And got him professional help just in time.
Oh. Well, shame he didn't have the good sense to die earlier. He's gonna regret that.
Is he though?
Enough about him. Me and George took off running, but somehow we got separated in the woods. I ended up near the bottom of Whistling Point, and when I noticed George wasn't with me, I panicked. And then, I don't know how he snuck up on me, but the Whistling Man grabs me. I scream, and he starts laughing, telling me it's just a joke.
I could stall for time here. How did you feel in that moment?
I felt like nothing was real. I felt small and confused.
I'm really nervous right now.
Who was under the mask, Marie? Who was the Whistling Man?
It was Chuck. Chuck Brody,
Mm.
laughing away. But then he stops. And he's looking up at the top of Whistling Point.
What was he looking at? Teddy, what happened next?
Nothing. I mean, it was just
Teddy?
George fell off Whistling Point.
Why'd he fall, Teddy?
He just...
You pushed him. You were up there. You were dressed as the Whistling Man too, and
I didn't push him, god damn it! I just chased him up there and he kept backing up. When I saw he was about to go over, I reached out. That's what you saw.
you liar.
It's not my fault. He didn't know it was a joke. If he'd had any brains, he would have realized. Ugh, you bitch. No one's going to believe this. After all you did.
If she's lying, why the cover-up?
My future was at stake, Nash. You know what it's like. People like us are bred for bigger things. I'm going to be the mayor of this town, Forrest.
Don't think you are now.
And then, who knows? What happened that night was tragic. It should never have happened. But it was a mistake. It was just a stupid joke gone wrong. So my father sent Clive out to clean it up. Why should a blip
Blip.
my future?
George was a blip?
He wasn't a blip, Marie.
His father covered it up from there. I searched for George's body all night, but
Sandra found him the next morning while out jazz running.
she found him in the river, but she lied about that to protect Teddy.
She said something about her rent going up, unless she... Teddy, did your father own Sandra Sharp's dance studio?
It's Gallows Creek, not Sharp Creek.
I'd answer the question if I were you, Teddy.
Yes, okay. We own most of the town.
That's it then. Your father was going to run her out of business unless she lied and said she found him in the reservoir instead of the river.
What my father did in his business dealings is nothing
You knew
to
about
do
it.
with me.
The false reports. That's why you killed Sheriff Matthews too, isn't it, Maria? Not just to get him out of the way, but...
Everyone was in on it, Forrest. Even the coroner wrote a fake report. Said George was drinking, that he just got himself into trouble. And
I saw. I'm sorry. For all it's worth, Virginia didn't have much of a choice. She had a sick sister whose treatments she couldn't afford. She played along with the gallows to save her sister's life. And her own.
even still, she should have told the truth. I did my part. I tried everything I could think of. I even went to the newspaper, but no. That coward killed the story.
Maurice.
But Maurice Russell is dead now.
You've been through hell, Marie.
She has
I'm
been
sorry.
through torture, I've got to be
You've
honest.
got no idea. Never should have started. You shouldn't have pushed my George off a cliff. He should have been punished. It's coming to a stop. At least for now. Here, where George and I first met, before he joined your football team, was right after he shot the winning throw.
Wait a sec. You're at the football field.
Jesus Christ! Forrest, you idiot! We're in the gym at Gallows Creek High!
I told you not to do that.
Wait!
He's dead too now, isn't he?
He is. Anyway, I think that about wraps up the interview with Teddy. So,
Fuck. I mean, he was a bit of a prick.
Where? Oh my god.
Peggy!
Teddy!
Peggy, it's been so long since I've seen your face.
Why is Peggy all the way over
Worried
to
you
school?
wouldn't come. And here I was, thinking you'd forgot me.
I'd never forget my own sister.
Sister? Peggy, what's happening? Why are you even there?
Wanna explain, Peggy?
Earlier, while you were speaking to Jason, I got a call. Do you remember? Well, it was from Dawn. She said that my sister Marie was there that night George died, and that I should come to the gym for a reunion.
And when you walked in, you found out.
That my sister is the Whistling Man.
Good to see you too, Peggy.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
She said that it was my last chance to see my sister. I
Didn't
knew
see that
if
coming,
I told
no.
you, you'd try to stop me or come with me when we need you on the radio. And I just...
I'm sorry. This has to be a lot for you.
What happened to you, Marie? You just disappeared one day.
Disappeared. I was thrown out, Peggy. I begged Mom and Dad to do something about what happened that night, but did they care? No, they told me to stay quiet. They cared when they learned I'd been with George. And
Marie, I'm so sorry. I never knew.
it's not your fault. Really, it's Mom and Dad I should be seeing right
Wanted
now.
a coffee.
But since they're dead and gone, well,
No, no, sit down. Being
I'll
on my
have to
feet
settle for
all
the next
night.
best thing.
Wait. Is that why you went after that kid in the maze? Eugene Stein? Because his parents?
That's right. Eugene's parents were there that night too, but they got themselves killed in a bus accident. And since only their child was left,
Marie, please.
Mom and Dad are gone, Peggy. Besides, you forgot me. Just like the rest. You forgot.
Is there any way I can prove Peggy didn't forget Marie? Marie, Peggy never forgot about you.
Keep your mouth shut.
She kept a card from you. She kept it here on her desk.
What card?
The card you made me for my 8th birthday.
What does it say then?
Happy birthday, Peg. Now you're great and 8. Love, M.
Well,
Henderson police! Free!
No! Henry! Get out of there! Ah!
Peggy!
We have one wounded, one dead, and we're in pursuit of the suspect.
Henderson police! Freeze!
Forrest!
Leslie, how's Peggy?
She's been cut pretty bad, but we're here now.
I'll be okay. God, Marie!
Hey, Zara! I need you to look after Peggy. She needs help. Now, we got here just in the nick of time.
Where's Marie?
She bolted right as we got here. The police are right on her heels. It won't be long now. It's over, Forrest.
Don't think it is.
Well, folks. It was a long night, but we made it through together. I'm gonna head off to go check on Peggy. This has been Forrest Nash. And it's been a scream.
So, this must be either his apartment or something. Wherever that's coming from, can I just... One sec. Because that's just got a bit loud. Oh.
One suspect is in custody. Trail the other suspect into the nearby woods.
Right, I want to have a look at this board, but it keeps getting really loud. So they're all the people we could have saved. And we saved what, 2, 4, 6 out of a possible 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 people. So we did really, really well. And that has been Killer Frequency, gents and gems. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. When I started doing the videos recently, obviously I started Little Nightmares. Then I started this one. I was going to run a couple of series side by side. So I played a bit of Little Nightmares. Started this one, I was going to play a little bit of this and start a couple of my other series. But this one just got me hooked. And I've played this one until I finished it. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Simply because it's unique. You know, you don't actually really do anything in regards to save them. Like, you are literally at the base. You're just talking to people, trying to save them from your radio set. And yeah, it's unique. I like it. I'm really gutted. The one that got me, see, like Teddy, I'm not bothered about that he died. Maurice, a little bit gutted, but just that he died. But you know, not that bothered. Excuse me. The one that really got me was Roller Ricky and Maxie. I can't live with myself the fact that I got them killed. I really can't. But I'm glad that we saved Peggy, and I'm glad that we saved Forrest. I'm curious to know how they would have died. Obviously, Peggy was with her sister Marie, and so Marie would have killed her, and I'm assuming that someone would have killed me at the radio station. Yeah, that game, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. That was a bang up game. I really, really enjoyed that one. There wasn't that long as well, and yeah, I know most of the time it seemed like all I was really doing was paper toss into the bin, but it was just simply communicating and picking the options as responses, trying to save people, and looking for clues. So yeah, that has been Killer Frequency, Gents and Gems. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Really would help me. And if you haven't already, why not hit subscribe? I would usually say so you don't miss the next part of the series, but with this being the ending episode, I'm going to say so you won't miss any future series that are coming your way. And there's a few lined up. That's if you hit the little alarm bell, you get notified. Sorry, I missed that because heads all over the place thinking about Maxi and everything. But anyway, that's all I've got time for. That is all from me this evening. That is all. That is the end of Killer Frequency. So until the next one, gents and gems, as always, stay safe, take it easy, and goodbye.